Yeah. Welcome to another episode of the Bill Experience Overtime. We have my good brother Craig and Victor. Hey, I know it's been a while, guys. I apologize. Just been working, and I was a little bit under the weather yesterday, so forgive me. But guess what? I'm hell when I'm well, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm well. So we back. Let's go, Vic.
All right, first topic today. Video came across my feed. Ted Cruz led a roundtable talking about NIL and college athletics, and Nick Saban was a part of it too. But I just want to play just a little bit of it. I'm going to start and stop a little bit, but I just want to play just a part of it just to let you all see
Wild
what's going
West.
on.
Many have said that the status quo threatens the long-term or even medium and short-term viability of college athletics. Is that true? If so, why? What are the challenges that you're facing right now? And I'll open that up to anyone who feels inspired.
I'd like to ask. You have two people, I think, on the front lines, Mr. Byrne and my dear friend Nick Saban. But what has done? We call it student athletes. What has it done to the student part of the athlete? What's the chances of them graduating? What's the chance of them transferring their credits as they look at the portals and jump? What's the purpose of collectives that basically are out there and not in contact with it, not coordinating with the schools? All the things that we think, I truly believe it's going to destroy the student athlete as we have known it. But on the other hand, I think there could be a balance. So I'd love to hear from Coach and from Mr. Byrne. Basically on the front lines, you've gone through it. So how do y'all look at it? Nick, what do you think, buddy?
Okay, let me stop that for a minute. I'll start back to it. But he starts talking about student athletes and graduation rates. Let me show you an article from the NCAA. Let me y'all can see this. It's from the NCAA's own website. And it says here, crossing the finish line, Division I graduation rates on the rise. And you see it for 2003, it's given 91, I guess it's 91%. But we've been about 2-3 years in with NIL. And certainly about 2-3 years worth of data. It's not enough to really tell, but certainly from the short term, it doesn't feel like it's affecting graduation rates.
It's a misnomer.
It's a misnomer. But I find it, but this is why I find it odd. When it comes to NIL, the biggest effect is college football, and then maybe a little bit of basketball. Because if you look at baseball, tennis, golf, you can go pro at 18. And they don't get the same guilt trip of being called entitled or you should be playing for the love of the game. None of that, but as soon which are majority white affluent sports. But as soon as we start talking about football, because every football player has to play college football, especially if you're thinking about going to the pros. There's no minor league, there's no overseas system to go into. So it's like now that football players have these NIL rights, now all of a sudden we got to have Senate hearings and the sky is going to fall. And, oh my God, what about the student athlete, which is a myth in of itself because it was just a term that the NCAA basically made up to avoid workers' compensation cases and stuff like that for players that are getting hurt. So it's like there's this big, oh my God moment now that wasn't here then.
Here's my thing. Here's my take on it. First and foremost, not to play the race card, but I didn't see any black men in that room.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Secondly, graduation rate by definition will go up because kids are staying in school long if they're getting this money. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So why isn't anyone talking about that?
Mm-hmm.
The problem is the majority of the people that's getting this money are African American.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? The people that want more money are the coaches. So they feel like the kids are taking money out of their pockets, which they aren't. You understand? And this is my personal opinion, I feel like Nick Saban left because of NIL.
He said that. He did.
Yeah, he said that. He said that in that hearing. He was talking about that.
Right. And here's you have been benefiting off the blood, sweat, and tears, literally, of these kids for years. And now they're getting paid to play a sport that you coach, which you were getting paid. Now there's a problem. Come on now.
Hey, man, I can't argue with you. The only problem I see with this is why is it a big deal now? Technically,
exactly.
NIL is going on forever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's just legal now. You know what I'm saying?
It's legal now.
Always
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. These big colleges, they're the ones with the issues because they were able to pay these. They were able to pay these kids. Now these kids can go anywhere else. They can go
anywhere
to
they will
JUCO
go. That's the
anyway
biggest
and get
issue.
paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
They
man,
get paid.
I'm with it, man. If they want to change it up, I even suggested this. Hey, we pay y'all once you graduate college. That's when you get from the time you started as a freshman or sophomore, whenever you started, till your senior year when you graduate college. That's stipulation. You have to graduate college. If you want to keep these kids here for a long period of time and don't go to another school, let's all get on the same boat. You stay here for your freshman year all the way senior. Once you graduate, then you get everything that we owe you. We put in a little stimulus for you. And that's what you get at your graduation day. You can do it that way. But realistically, come on, man. This been going on forever.
Yeah. I mean,
that's how Mr. Bush gonna call it.
Yeah, this is my crazy idea.
Yeah.
You unionize the players and really can link them up with the NFL Players Association. Just make it a football players association. Do a collective bargaining agreement and negotiate all that stuff out.
When you talk about union, the Republicans hate that word. They hate that word. And union, sometimes
it's not an even playing field anymore.
It never was.
Fairness.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's about the people. It's an HR. They're for the people. You know, you can't just arbitrarily just fire someone for no reason. You know, you can't. I'm not going to give you that raise that you were promised. These are the things that you aren't going to be able to do to someone who's unionized.
Yeah.
And that's where they have a problem. You know, they want to be able to pay you under a living wage so that you can keep going to work.
Now, granted, what I will agree with Nick Saban on is, I mean, but you still thinking about kids that came from nothing. They getting all this money. But I will agree with Nick Saban. He said the reason why he quit, well, not quit, but he retired, is because after that game when they lost against who was it? It was in the playoff game. Michigan. It was Michigan. When he lost against Michigan, players kept coming to him like, "Hey, coach, man, how much you gonna offer for me to stay next year? And will I start?" So he had a couple guys coming. I mean, prominent guys, and he was like, "Man, that's that's not what we do. Like, is this what it's about?" And he had to talk with his wife about it. He just retired. Now I do feel like some of these kids, man, like they really ain't did nothing yet, so they should be making X amount of money. You know, you should be getting something for your talent, but some of the money they get is ridiculous, man. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't hating at all, but I'm just stating the facts, man.
Yeah, and let's play a little bit
with Nick all types of problems. Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead, Vic.
Basically, I always did what I did as a coach.
Turn your microphone, brother.
People be more successful in life. So you're trying to develop value-based system, just like a value-based business, that would create opportunities for young people to be more successful. So this started with personal development. It started with academic support to make sure guys graduated and prepared themselves for when they couldn't play football. And also the whole concept of branding and making sure you had an image out there that was going to be something that would be enhance your chances of being successful and create opportunities for your future, and see if you can develop a career as a football player. Now, what we've done between freedom to transfer and creating a free agency system where guys can transfer whenever they want to transfer, and the whole idea that we've created a pay-for-play sort of model in college athletics have created some issues in being able to actually have a program and a system that would enhance those very values that I just talked about? And how does this even impact other sports relative to Title IX, relative to non-revenue sports? And how do we continue to create some kind of a model moving forward where we do improve the quality of life of the student athlete, but create some kind of a balance in terms of competitive balance, which all venues have some guidelines and rules that create some kind of competitive balance, which right now we don't have in college athletics. It's whoever wants to pay the most money, raise the most money, buy the most players is going to have the best opportunity to win.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there. And I agree with most of what he said. Is until he starts talking about competitive balance.
Competitive.
That has never. There are too many teams, first of all, to be competitively bound for competitive balance. So
it's too many.
It's always been who's
not to
paying
mention,
the most money. Who's
if it was a competitive balance when Alabama was winning all the championships.
Because they was paying that money, man.
Right. And
it just wasn't legal
this is
at the
something
time.
I thought about. This is something I thought about while he was talking, as far as the kids transferring whenever they want. What about you get a kid, you promise him, okay, we're going to be in this type of system. And then when the kid gets there, it's not the system that you guys talked about.
Exactly. You just said,
and the system that they talked about actually put him in a position to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
But the system that you're putting in place, he cannot be successful.
Mm-hmm.
Or he doesn't feel like he can be successful.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do to a kid like that? You make him stay?
Hey.
You know, there's so many situations where you damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you want to be able to say, all right, you signed, you made a commitment, you have to stay here. But at the same time, coach, I signed with you and you went somewhere else.
That's true.
There's so many situations.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know,
think
they get
about
mad
guys
at the
like
kids when
Chip
they
Kelly
sign.
and what's the other guy that coach at Ole Miss? What's his name? Yeah, man, he stayed bouncing around, man.
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin,
yeah. And what if a school gets hit with NCAA violations? The coach can up and leave.
The coach can up and leave.
Go to the
NFL. Hardball. PCal. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. And these kids are playing for rings.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Status. But when you can't play for that, what do you have to play for?
Exactly. Yeah. Like I said, man, I'm not knocking the kids. Shoot, I wish they did when I was in school. Maybe I would have grind a little bit harder when I played college ball, man. But you know, it is what it is. The only thing I do hate about this is I wouldn't even say NIL, back to the transfer portal.
Yeah.
I feel like it make kids weak because soon they have a competition. They don't want to fight for it. They just want to go to the school and let them start right there. And that's my biggest thing now. I don't care about the NIL, but that transfer portal, they need to do something about that, man, because that's going to end up transferring over to the NFL. You're going to have weak players, weak athletes, because they used to have their weight. They're not used to grinding. They're not used to fighting for a spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And Nick says that in this hearing here. I'm not going to play it all, but if you want to watch the rest of it, the link's in the chat. But you can. He talks about all of that. Even NFL coaches are saying, you know, they're not having that willingness to persevere like they used to. That they're kind of.
I mean, think about it though. This has been going on for a while. What happened with what was it not Peyton Manning, but his brother
Eli.
You remember his? We're not going to go to what was it? The Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he said, "I'm not going."
Dion has already put out there. Dion already put out there who Shiloh should play for. You know who he should and shouldn't play for.
Hey man, Shiloh good though. Everybody's not like Shiloh, and Eli Manning's good. You know, the Manning's got money. The Sanders got money. They can pretty much pull that card, and you know, they can pretty much do that because that kid is good. Regardless. You know? But somebody like me, I'd be like, "Hey, Pop, shut up. Hey, I don't care who drafted. You want that new house, right?"
Well, with some rings, right?
Yeah,
But no, you want to win some rings, you need to go to this dysfunctional organization, or you
exactly.
can go to this other organization.
Exactly.
So I
Exactly.
mean, you pick and choose.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nothing new.
Yeah, yeah.
What you think about Caleb Williams, man? They saying he might pull. It was something ridiculous, man. I hope this wasn't true, but they say he wanted whatever team he go to, he wanted like a percentage of the team. Like, oh
He just
man,
heard his
whoever
draft
your
stock.
agent
I think I
or
remember
your
hearing that
dad,
from
you need to
somewhere.
get rid of
Yeah.
him, man. That's never gonna happen.
That's unheard of.
Hey, he just heard his draft stock.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Hey man, you ain't even. First of all, Tom Brady doesn't even have that. Peyton Manning doesn't even have that. What makes you
No.
think a rookie that haven't proven anything? Actually, Mahomes doesn't even have that.
Right.
He owned part of the Kansas City Royals, but that's it. It's not an NFL
Right.
team.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. But let me show
Caleb
you.
Williams, stop, brother. Stop.
That's
You
the
just,
spirit
I
of
don't know
college
if you're
athletics.
trying to.
Yeah. Reach
I
too
don't
much.
know if he's trying to get the Bears to not draft him, but whatever he's doing, you don't need to say that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. And just one more thing, and I just want to correct what you just look. This just confirms what you were talking about earlier, Craig, the comment you made. Just look. Look at who's here.
Yeah.
Look
None
at
of
who's
us.
on the table.
None
Look
of
who's
us.
talking. Yeah. I mean, how can you have a meaningful conversation if you, because they all look white and they look like they all came from affluent backgrounds.
Exactly.
Thank you.
And how can you have a meaningful conversation if you don't have other people in that room who have another point of view? Because I was thinking about this earlier. It's like NIL money for like a kid from the suburbs. That could be just be spending money, walking around money for him.
That's
But
gas
if you have
money.
a kid who came from the ghetto and that NIL money, that money is paying mama's rent. So so mom is getting rid from another apartment. So it's completely different. That money, it looked different.
Yeah.
So hold on, time out. So Vic, I'm glad you said that, because let's bring it to this point. The kid from the hood that's getting that NIL money, that can stop him from going to the drug dealer getting the money from the side.
Exactly.
Because you know, Luke back in the day, he used to pay them University of Miami players.
Yes.
Man.
Miami.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, not
Yeah.
saying that was bad, but I'm just saying like but University of Miami, Luke, man, you know what type of people be around that, man. No, you don't know telling who else we get money. Miami players get money from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
And,
a
you
different
know,
perspective. But
Yeah.
Ted Cruz would call that being woke. So
they don't care. They don't care if those kids aren't being able to pay for whatever. Think about this. They take food out of kids' mouths. I mean, there's some states, Republicans who are saying, you know what, we're no longer going to have SNAP benefits. We're no longer going to feed kids free lunch in the summer. You know, how can you say that? You say, oh, you know what, we're going to stop giving them government funds. Damn it, you're getting government funds. You're doing things I don't want. You understand?
Let me tell you something, Craig. I always said this, and this is going to that open carry thing. Our lawmakers, they make decisions based on how they feel, never on how it's going to affect somebody's family until something happens to their family. Everything that they do, they're not thinking about themselves. Well, they think about themselves financially, but not how it affects the people, because it's not personally affecting them until it personally affects them. That's when the change happens.
Right. And the majority of them are psychopaths, narcissistic.
That's true. That's true too. That's true. That's true.
Money rules them.
Yeah.
If they don't go in a millionaire, they sure come out one.
Yeah. That's true.
So how can you say you want to take money away from families, don't want to allow them to have Medicaid, medical, whatever, but yet you're getting paid by the government? You're getting money.
You getting money from
free money, basically.
Yeah.
To do what you want to do, not what the people want you to do.
Yeah. That's true, man. That's true. What you think about open carry before we go to the next one? What's your thoughts on that?
I don't think it's a good idea.
Me, I don't either.
My personal opinion, let's say, and I'm gonna give you a scenario. Someone comes up on a person in a car because they have a little beef, and that person in the car has a gun on him and say, "Man, you don't want to mess with me." Well, who's gonna stop the person who he just showed the gun to from pulling his and going off? You understand? And then he can say, "Well, he brandished his weapon."
Yeah.
Just because you were carrying it that day.
It's dangerous, man.
You know, Talib Khalid, his brother, if he wasn't carrying that weapon at a child's football game, he wouldn't be in jail or prison right now.
Yep.
I agree.
And that coach would be home with his family.
Yep. I think it's dangerous, man. I can't believe they passed
very
that.
Dangerous.
And like I said, the only reason why they passed because they haven't affected them yet personally.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's the only reason why I passed.
I think people are scared, and some people, they will do anything to feel safer.
Bro, let me tell you something. I mean, true story. Today I went to Walmart. It was a dude roll up on me. I mean, he said, "Excuse me, sir." Just said, "Sir, sir, sir." He had his hands in his pocket. I said, "Well, before you even come in first, let me see your hands first."
Right.
Yeah, and that's what I feel like you got some control on patrol. You can't tell the good guys from the bad guys.
Yeah.
And by law, you have to give every gun carrier the benefit of the doubt.
Exactly. I said, let me see your hands first before you go any further. And he showed me, he said, "Oh, ain't like," because it got me kind of paranoid now, man. I don't know.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
It might be a dude I locked up last week, man. And see me out the streets.
Yeah.
Right. And it's hard for you. Let's say this person talk with their hands. You paying attention to their hands, not even.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And the whole time he was walking up to me, he had both hands in his pockets. And he kept saying, "Sir, sir," loud. I'm like, "Hey, first of all, stop. Let me see your hands first." And I'm in my civilian clothes, man. But I'm like, "Yo, you got both of your hands. You coming at me. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I got mine ready.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this."
Yeah.
Yeah. So
sad. I mean, you think about. I always think about what happened to those kids, and you hear about those kids in Uvalde when the person went in there and shot those kids with that AR, and they said they could not. They didn't know who the kids were without a DNA test because the bullets pulverized them.
God, oh, Jesus.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yet you think that's an okay weapon to have. If I'm a cop, why would I think it's okay for a civilian to have an assault rifle?
No. New.
Yeah.
Key word being assault.
Assault. There you go. That's the key word.
Yeah. And you could, oh no, it's made by such and such, and it's made for such and such, and no, it's made for assaulting.
Yeah. Yeah, because when I look at that rifle and whatever rifle a soldier in Iraq has, they look the same to me.
Right. I just don't. I mean, what are you hunting with it? Because the meat is no good.
People. Yeah, it's just, man.
I said an off-duty cop or a retired cop killed this guy in Somerville yesterday.
I didn't hear about that. What happened?
Yeah, they said that I'm getting secondhand information. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. But they said that they were at a restaurant, off-duty white cop or retired white cop was at a car, and they had a screaming match with a black guy sitting in the car, and all of a sudden he pulls out his gun and unloads.
The cop did?
The guy pulls off,
okay.
And he tries to get out of the car, and he falls dead.
Okay. See? All over.
Again, I'm this secondhand. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, so people don't hold me to that. That's what I heard so far.
I'm gonna look into that. What's done. Yeah, but if that's true, man, all over argument, man, all over argument. You should have been like, "Hey, man, let's agree to disagree."
Yeah.
You go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and go about my business.
That's all it is.
Like, what's that old saying? What's that old saying? "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt." It's just words, people.
Thank you.
I mean, so sensitive.
Thank you.
It's just words.
Thank you. It's words.
Yeah.
It's words you can walk away and get over.
Nothing that man. I don't care if he even threatened me. You can threaten me all you want. As long as you ain't doing it, as long as you ain't flashing a gun on me, or you about to hit me, you can threaten me all you want, as long as you don't touch me.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's just words at the end of the day.
And that's just it. To me, with this open carry, you have an argument with someone, that person say, yo, you don't want to mess with me. And that person who has, who he just showed it to, pulls out his and just starts shooting. Say, hey, he showed me his gun. He has a gun on him.
You know what type of people that do that, honestly?
Punks.
People that exactly. People that never had conflicts in their life. And really never.
Yep. And that's
never
what concerns me about.
Situation or a true argument. Because, dude, I'm like I just said, man, if you're sitting there arguing with somebody, well, why am I sitting there and shoot you for over words?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because some people they need that gun to feel like somebody, to feel hard,
empowered.
And you enjoy the rest of your life behind bars with a bunch of Jimmy Deans.
They're harder than you.
Yeah. Think about it. Yeah. That guy in Florida who almost got away with it. It was just an uproar where the wife parked in a handicapped parking spot, went in the store. The husband was sitting in the car. No, the husband went in the store, and the wife was sitting in the car. And this guy comes out, white guy comes out, and he's yelling at her for parking in a handicapped parking spot. He comes out, and he's like, "What are you screaming at my wife for?" He pushes him. Guy falls down, and he's like, "Man, don't talk to my wife like that, or whatever, whatever." Guy pulls out his gun and just
The guy just shot him?
Yeah, he killed him.
Wow.
The dude, he got shot a couple of times. He went in the store and dropped dead.
Wow.
Yeah. Handicapped parking spot that you had nothing. You weren't a cop. You weren't any type of officer. You weren't security. You know what I'm saying? You're going to stop and police somebody. And then he was getting off on stand your ground. But it was such an uproar that the cops started looking into it more.
So
like,
why
dude, there was no stand
in jail? They get an uproar. Zimmerman still walking around. That was an uproar too.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know, dude. It's funny you say that because all you had to do, you were so concerned about that, you should have called the police. If you're concerned about someone parking in a handicap spot, you should have just called the police, man. That first of all, it's none of your business.
Here's the
Who's to
thing.
say they wasn't handicapped? You probably let they sticker at home. Who's to say that?
Like Victor said, he had the gun on him. He felt powerful, if you will. Yeah. That's what this carry does to you.
Yeah. It's dangerous, man. I pray nothing happens, man. I just pray for everyone, man. Cause I can't believe this was passed. I was shocked when it came out. I know I heard they was thinking about it, but in the back of my head, I was like, "He ain't gonna pass this. Ain't no way."
And you know who passed it?
Who?
You know who passed it? I mean, it's the Republicans.
Yeah.
They passed. They run the House and the Senate. They passed it.
Yeah. It's kind of disappointing, man. It's kind of disappointing.
Wild, Wild West.
Yeah, literally. You're right.
And let's be they talk about the more guns on the street, the safer you'll be. No.
Who
Because
the hell
if you get
said
somebody
that?
who's not used to having a weapon, who didn't go into any type of training, even if they did, they get some people get in situations, they get nervous, they get fight or flight, and then you have people who are going to just shoot indiscriminately. More people are going to get hurt.
Yeah, they may go to a gun range and shoot from a paper target, but they don't prepare for the actual situation. It's your heart's racing, you're sweating, and all kinds of things happen to your body. And your body's not ready to handle what's going on.
Right. Think about the lady who was she was a training officer, and she pulled her gun as opposed to her taser.
Yeah.
In a situation.
Yeah.
It's one thing, and Ernest, you may attest to this. It's one thing to train to those situations, but to be in it.
To actually be in it's a different story, man. Yeah. It's different. It is. It is different. Yeah. It is. Yeah. It's just like we talking about the lady again, the training officer. I honestly don't think she meant to do that because as soon as she did, she shot. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think she meant to do it. I still feel that way.
Yeah.
I still feel that way. I don't think she meant to do it.
Yeah, I don't think so, man. But like I say, there's a difference between the gun is heavier than a taser. You know what I'm saying? But once you in that situation, you really ain't thinking, man. It's a lot going on. Yeah, it's a lot going on in your head.
Yeah.
You got to be a seasoned officer to know. See, I'm seasoned, so I would know. But I don't even think she's been on the force for a year when that happened.
No, she was a trainer.
Yeah, that's
she been
a training officer.
20
she was a
20
training
years
officer?
or something like that. Yeah, she was a training officer.
Well, I put it like this. A lot of people been in law enforcement for 20-something years and ain't never been in nothing. So maybe that's our first time getting into something. You know, so that's possible too.
And anxiety. Adrenaline.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And some people can't think through that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter how much training you do, it's just like football, man. I was watching Caleb Williams pro day. Yeah, he looked good in t-shirt and shorts. But what's gonna happen when 300-pound linebackers and linemen start coming at you right behind you trying to make that pass?
That's right.
It's a different ball game. Yeah.
That game speeds up. You know, those guys are bigger, stronger, faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're in that league for a reason.
Yeah. I just pray for everybody in this situation, including all of us, man. Just hopefully we never encounter nothing crazy.
Gonna stay prayed up, man.
What's the next one, Vic?
All right. Iron Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
He's 57 years old. He's going to fight again. Jake Paul. Now, when I keep seeing this, I'm thinking Buster Douglas retired. You just stay retired, dude. But then I see this.
See, that's just it. Though. That's little snippets. That's like 2, 3, 4 seconds.
Yeah,
we're talking rounds.
Yeah, rounds.
And I went to his last fight, as in not no exhibition. I'm talking his last fight where he got tired and stopped, and people were. It was in DC. People were throwing things at him as he was walking out of the arena. You understand?
Wow.
And he was in his what? 30s, maybe 20s.
30s,
yeah. So at 57, now granted, I did see him fight against Roy, and Roy said it was supposed to be an exhibition, but Tyson was in it.
It's like Tyson trying to do something about that fight, man.
Yeah, and I'll confess, I ain't fighting Mike Tyson at any age.
No.
Like, man, get in the ring.
He hit with bad intentions.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
He said it.
Yes.
You know. He want to see his fist come through your back.
He don't even play wrestle with his son. Because he might snap. So he don't even play wrestle with his little son, man.
Thank you. No.
Yeah.
No. Jake Paul, no. You know, you ran through a couple boxes, you know, or halfway boxes, or
he's 10
and
1.
imitators.
I mean, he's a
this is, man, Mike Tyson. You know, one punch to the rib can send you to the hospital for a long time.
And you look like he still got that speed, and man, according to George Foreman.
Yeah, I know it's a little snippet. I know, but I see it, and I'm like,
According to George Foreman, as you age, the last thing to go is power.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he still got that power, man. So hey,
we don't know. He may not have the endurance, but when I watched him against Roy Jones, he kept coming.
Yeah.
He kept coming. You know, granted, that was what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, but
now, granted, Roy Jones is old too now. They call him 27, so you got to run around the ring, try to tie him out. Maybe Jake Paul, fight strategies be like Muhammad Ali. Make him work for it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of run around the ring, kind of tie him out a little bit.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Because look at him. From what I've seen just now, the guy with the pads was running.
Hey, can you imagine if little pads come off and might hit you? Lord have mercy.
No, can you imagine if Mike is doing all that and all of a sudden he snaps and think he's in a real fight?
Yeah.
And you don't have a head guard?
Yeah. Oh, and that's another thing. Jay Paul requested to wear headgear. I'm like, no, dude, no.
Nah.
Well, you got to get that Tyson experience, man.
No, go ahead and
You
get
got to
it.
get that Tyson experience,
You
man.
asked for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you asked
it,
for this.
If you ask for the smoke, you get all the smoke.
Hey, and Roy Jones said it too. He said, you have to watch out for his speed, his power, and his head.
Yep. Yeah.
That big thing, man, cracking on you.
Yeah.
Hey, look at the guy with the pads.
I do like, hey man, hold, my Hey man, I'm excited. I'm excited to see this, man. I'm glad it's on Netflix, so I don't have to get no pay-per-view or nothing. Because we already have Netflix.
No. The best thing to do is to go see it. You know where it's at?
Where?
Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
Oh,
Jerry's World.
It's a beautiful stadium, I have to say. It's one of the best in the NFL, I got it.
I ain't wasting my money doing this. Let's Green Bay playing that. You know we own that. And you know what? Matter of fact, that's our stadium too. We own that too, man. We own Jerry's World. That's our stadium too. We co-owners. We co-owners. We were we like 5-0 there.
And Victor, man, what were we?
We co-owners Jerry's World and what's Chicago Stadium?
And Victor.
Yeah.
And Victor, can you mute that guy, man? Matter of fact, we need a blue screen so you can put
We all get equal.
That's what the people want to see. They want to see you put a blue screen back there and put a cowboy star behind it.
Man, why y'all ain't get Derrick Henry, man? I thought y'all gonna get Derrick Henry. I can actually see Derrick Henry with you guys, man.
Listen, we suck. For many reasons, we suck. You don't let Tyron Smith go. That's who was protecting Dak's blind side.
Yeah.
When he didn't practice, he was a beast out there on the field. You know, you didn't have to worry about him getting hurt. He was a beast. You let go 2 of our defensive ends. Van Der Esch had to retire.
Yeah, he stayed injured, man.
Yeah, he's sticking his head in places. Him and that Sean Lee, they will always want to stick their head in. Yeah. As a middle linebacker, Mike linebacker, you ain't got to stick your head in everywhere. You know, we didn't do anything. They picked up one linebacker, the last team to do anything. Kendricks, something like that. The last team to do anything. Now, coming off that playoff loss, they said, "Oh, we're going to do so much in free agency. We're going to do this for our fans," and this. It did nothing. They laid an egg, like they do every year.
Sound like typical Cowboys to me, man.
Yeah, every year. Tell me, oh, we got to pay this person. We got to pay this person. First of all, I don't want to take no money out of Dak's pocket, but Dak, if you want somebody to protect you, pay him.
Yeah, man. I mean, Tom Brady did.
Let it go. I mean,
take a pay cut because you got the mattress deal. You got so many deals outside of football.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what Patrick Mahomes did. Tom Brady doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Get these guys that's gonna protect you.
Let me tell you something. If you was a decent Dallas Cowboy, which is Dak Prescott, financially you're gonna be fine as long as you don't screw up off the field. You're gonna be fine. You're the Dallas.
Well, he's going through something. He's going through something right now. He's going through something right now. The girl
but I heard about
the
one thing he did. He's suing the young lady, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that pretty much tells you a lot right there. I ain't see the Deshaun Watson do that.
No. No. And here's the thing with that. Here's my thing. Judges, in which they won't. When someone comes forward like that, whether it be male or female, and you saying you suing somebody for $100 million, put up or shut up. Show me some evidence. Exactly. No circumstantial.
Exactly.
I want evidence.
Yep.
You don't show me evidence, guess what?
Yep.
You're gonna be sued.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what Dak doing.
We need to stop this. We need to stop this. You know, when I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, granted, because it does. And it's horrible, it's despicable. But when you have people that go and know that they're not going to get in any type of trouble if they bring these type of accusations on someone.
Yeah.
And it's found innocent. If they're found innocent, they walk out of the courthouse as if nothing happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
You need to, yeah.
Yeah. Because some people lose their job, lose their livelihood in situations like this. They actually have a retreat right now. I saw it on 60 Minutes. Someone sent me the video where a lady falsely accused this guy because it was a lineup and she was still hysterical and she just wanted to pick somebody or something like that was close. And she picked this guy and he did all these years. And so it was a bunch of situations like that where men were proven innocent years later, up to 29 years later. And they invite these men and women to these camps, these retreats, just to talk about their situation and so forth and so on. What do we have to talk about?
Yeah.
Granted, forgiveness, you're always going to forgive. But at that point, I've done 20 plus years. And now you're saying, oh, you know what? They didn't do it. There was no DNA evidence. And they say, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we don't have nothing to talk
Forgiveness,
about.
You can forgive. God says,
forgive
your trespasses. I'll forgive you. Or I won't forgive you your trespasses.
Yeah.
In Matthew.
Yeah.
Forgive them. But at the same
there's so much damage.
29 years.
And you know, and a lot of people think the situation like that, the state end up paying that person, man. And sometimes money don't. Dude, this person lost 20 years of their life, man. He probably had kids. He missed graduations. He missed his child wedding. You know what I'm saying? He missed a lot. Money can't. What people need to do is cops need to do their freaking jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Taking shortcuts.
Sometimes you can't go off what she said. You got to do your job, man.
Ernest, man, I'm telling y'all, it's real.
Yeah,
it's real.
And hey, send me that link when we done. I want to see that. Yeah. Send me that link when we done. I want to watch that.
Yeah, it's 60 Minutes. I'll send it to you. But it's sad when you have people go through situations like that and they lose their family, they lose their livelihood, and you're going to say, oh, I'm sorry, and then you have states who cap how much a person can get. Like I think it was the state of Virginia capped theirs at 2-point-something million or something like that. Why would you cap it if you don't feel like you're doing anything wrong?
Exactly.
You understand? To me, you're saying, okay, yeah, we know we're screwing up, so we're just going to say, hey, you're only going to get no. To me, if a judge knowingly convicts someone and sentence that person, and find out that they knew that the person was innocent, they should get the time that you gave them.
Exactly. Yep. I agree.
Yeah, judges, prosecutors, all that, because some do some. Do some underhanded stuff too.
Yeah, that's another.
Judges play God.
Yeah.
They play God. They're narcissists.
Yep.
They feel empowered. They control. I knew a judge. I know him, but I heard about him. He wanted to pass out 1 million years before he retired. What does that tell you?
That means he don't give a damn who he put in jail. He can put people in jail. Yeah. Let me tell you this, man. It's just like with me in Highway Patrol. I was always told. I mean, when I first went in Highway Patrol, man, Chief Gright, he was my captain in Highway Patrol, but he's a chief police in Manor PD now. And he told me, he said, look, once you wear this badge, you control people's lives, meaning know when to take them to jail and when not to take them to jail.
Yeah. And
that's always stuck with me. Like, I know a lot of people, DUI is the big thing in my profession, right? But I done did some DUIs before, did some field sobriety tests. Yeah, I could tell the guy was drinking, but he passed my field sobriety test and I let him go. He passed all the measures with states to show you're supposed to be intoxicated. And he didn't show me he was intoxicated. So that just because you can smell alcohol coming from somebody's breath don't necessarily mean he's drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
So, and I remember people used to give me flack, say I'll turn down a DUI. And I told the guy straight up, I said, look, I don't turn down no DUI, but I just don't believe in taking nobody innocent to jail.
Thank you.
If he passed all the measures, if he passed everything that I was trained, that I was taught to do, to see, to see that he's intoxicated, if he passed it, why am I sitting there and take that man to jail just because I smell alcohol coming from his breath? That don't mean nothing.
Thank you. He could have had a sip.
Yeah.
He could have had a sip of Listerine, any type of medication or anything like that had alcohol in it. It could have been a sip of alcohol that he just they could leave out of the house. I mean,
So I don't get that. Like I'm a fair person, so I just don't understand that. 1,000,000 years. What? You want to try to get 1,000,000 years under your belt? What's that to say, man? These are people's lives, man.
Right.
Don't care. I guess since we're talking about it now, let's talk about criminal justice. I think people don't realize that we have a system in America where simply being arrested can derail your whole life.
Yes.
You can get locked up, put up with like $1 million bond, and you can't afford to get out. And I'm convinced prosecutors use the bond system to force plea deals. Because if you're just sitting in jail month after month, can't get the bail to get out, and this DA comes, hey, plead to this lesser charge here, you get out today. When your job gone, if you have children, you may not know where they at. Your life, you just plead not because you did it, but because you can't afford to fight. And that's just being arrested.
Yeah.
And they do that.
Yeah.
And then you get arrested for a misdemeanor, and they say, oh, no bond. You're flight risk.
Yeah.
Really?
It's wild, man. It is. That's why I stay out of trouble, man. I stay out of trouble, man.
The thing is, Ernest, the thing is with that is, man, you don't have to be in trouble.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
There are people out there. There's the nefarious people full of debauchery and insidious by nature who will look to put someone in a situation they don't deserve to be in.
That's true.
Yeah.
I agree.
And don't mind that they suffer.
Yeah.
That's a person that's dangerous.
Yeah. That's scary, man.
Yeah.
I feel for my kids, man. I swear I feel for my kids, man.
Yeah.
They got to grow up in a world like this. It's scary.
Yeah.
It's just scary. That's I really
It's
say.
scary.
It's really a scary world.
It is.
It
seems like it's getting worse, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We have to do our part. That's all.
Yeah.
All we do is
we
our
just got to
part.
do the best we can to try to change the best we can. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, we got to do our part. Yeah.
I always live by these three. It's PFL, peace, hope, and liberty / freedom. Peace, the peace that surpasses all understanding. And that's from the word. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything prayer and supplication. With thanksgiving, let your requests be known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, guard your heart and mind through Christ Jesus. Philippians 4, 6, and 7. And then there's hope. I derive hope from a passage in Frederick Douglass. He said, I long to have a future with hope in it. To be shut up entirely to the past and present is to the soul whose life and happiness and unceasing progress what the prison is to the body, a blight, a mildew, a hell of horror. And then there's liberty, whereas most people feel like most people feel like it's freedom that they want. Oh, I want my freedom. I want my freedom to do this. I want my freedom to do that. Even people in prison, they say, I want my freedom. What it is they're looking for is liberty. You want your liberty back. You're free. There are people in prison who are freer than the people outside within their mind.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of people walking around that's in prison within themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who don't
You're right.
enjoy the freedom from within.
Mm-hmm.
But liberty is what you want. You want the liberty. You want to be able to do that other Americans within this society are capable of, or have the liberty to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are words that I stick with, and hope. You have to have it, and there's so many people that don't have it.
That's
I feel
powerful,
like
man.
everything
That's
is
powerful.
bleak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's powerful right there, Craig. Anything else we got, Vic?
No, that's it for today.
All right, well, guys, I'm glad you came on. See you guys on the next one. You guys, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're up to 502 subscribers right now, so we moving up. Until the next one, check y'all later. Peace.
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 Hey, Craig, don't forget to send that.
I'm sitting now.